Hey everybody, welcome to a brand new series, Sky Bees Reborn. This is going to be quite an interesting pack, and I'm super excited to check this out. My good buddy Elder has also started a series on this. He's pretty deep into the pack, and he's also done some live streams on it. And it looks like a very interesting pack, so I'm super excited to jump into this and see what it's all about, because you know me, I like my bees. What good? A mod pack full of bees. I am going to have a blast with this. I mean, a blast with this. Anyways, let's go ahead and jump into this. So it looks like to get started, we do /skyblock create, and it spawned us on top of the tree. Do we have... Okay, so we do have some land underneath us. Oh man. Let's see. So we start off with a torch. We have a materials book. It looks like silent gear with the silent gear blueprints as well. That's going to be nice. Okay, let's go ahead and get through this. Do we have ultimine in here? We do. Oh, we do have ultimine. Okay, good. That's good to know. Okay, before we get down to our little island, let's go ahead and take a look at the quest book. So we got welcome here, which is welcome to the Sky Bees Reborn. Your goal is to breed bees and get the resources automated to make the in-game singularities. Okay, perfect. Ooh, and we get some food. You find yourself looming over the void and have the urge to live for stronger things. You are in luck. There seems to be some magical bees that can be summoned via specific nests. It looks like you have to become friends with the bees. I'm already friends with the bees. I think. Bee nests. The nest spawns have been changed. So overworld, all the overworld related nests do work in any biome, so you don't have to go traveling around the void looking for a river biome or a beach biome, etc. The nether nests only work in the nether, and same for the end nests, so that's good to know. FTB teams, okay. Ultimine, thank god. Forgiving void, oh, my favorite mod. When you fall into the void, you get teleported to the top and you fall back to your island. So make sure you're able to land in either water or something soft, as it says here in the quest. Torque to Grow's in here, great. And skyblock. This is a skyblock mod. You start on a small island in the sky. Perfect. All right, let's see what else we have here. So we have, of course, the main mod, which is productive bees, which is super great. The end game is to get to the creative tab here. So it looks like we have sophisticated storage and functional storage, which is good. We also have digital storage, which looks to be applied energistics, one of my favorite. We got apothic spawners. We have apotheosis. We have hostile neural networks. We got power, which is good. Industrial foregoing, Ender IO, mechanism, immersive engineering, iron furnaces is in here, great. And flux networks. This is awesome. Of course, we got waystones, botany pots, mega torch, chisel. We got easy villagers. Ooh, that's going to be good. We got building gadgets, pipes, construction sticks. We got it all. We even have a crafting table on a stick. Actually, it's stations on a stick because there's multiples. You have crafting table, loom, grindstone, cartography, stone cutter, smithing table, anvil. So those are handy, most definitely, until you get into like the digital storage where you got the wireless terminals and such. This is going to be great. So let's go ahead and get off this tree and let's get down to our little island. So we starting off punching some wood. I'm not going to ultimine this because again, I'm at the top of the tree and I am not trying to... Oh, it looks like fast decay is on as well. And I don't think we got anything out of that, which is perfectly fine because we have emergency items, which allows us to get a sapling in case we did not get one. So it looks like we have to wait 5 minutes. Does that continue timing down? Yes. Okay. So we do have to wait just a little bit, not a problem at all. Let's go ahead and get our crafting table going. Let's get some sticks so we can make a crafting table on a stick. And there should be a bobble slot for it. There is. So crafting on a stick, the default key is V. I changed mine to C. And I'm pretty sure you could even do Shift C. Yeah. But I'm just going to stick with C. And there we go. We have a 3x3 grid now at all times. Perfect. So let's take a look and see what we have. So it looks like we have 3 layers of dirt. So we're definitely going to have to try and get down there and get the dirt without losing any, because that's going to be beneficial. Do we have, oh, we do. Okay. So we do have where we shift and right click onto grass blocks or dirt and we get pebbles. That is good. Awesome. And of course, if you do a 2x2, we get cobblestone. And then with the cobblestone, we could either turn it into slabs or we could continue with block form. Now for block form, I'm going to keep with block form because I don't like dealing with slabs. It's just, it gets kind of chaotic a little bit. Let's see. And I'm going to go ahead and wrap around here. Okay. Now there are ways to speed this up. You could set up keybinds, or you could have like an auto clicker doing this. I don't think that's really going to be too necessary starting off. I may change my mind in a little bit, depending on how much this might be, but you know, you could just do clicking and it goes pretty quick. It's nice. It's not too bad. And I believe if you change your right click function to an actual key, it's a little bit quicker. Let's give that a try real quick. Oh yeah. Yeah. That definitely speeds it up. When you change your keybind for right click to an actual key, it definitely speeds it up tremendously. So keep that in mind. However, I know you would have to change it back for when you want to have normal use. But for when I need to gather stone, I could definitely do this and switch back to regular play. Oh yeah, that works wonderful. And then I believe K will compress, or you could do Shift K and it does compress all for that same type. Make sure you be careful with that because some of these require the 3x3 and can actually accidentally make something that you did not want. So kind of keep your eye on that. I'm just going to continue expanding out, and this is where I want to go ahead and change my control back. Okay, let's check on that emergency item real quick. Okay, I guess we have to wait the 5 minutes in this window possibly. So I will be right back with you guys as soon as I am able to get this sapling, and then we will continue forward. All right, and we finally got that sapling. So let's go ahead and plant this and then do our good old torque to grow. Let me swap my keybinds around because they're kind of backwards here. So quest should be on 4 and ultimine should be on 5. There we go. Let's make sure we get saplings this time. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so now that we have trees and we could get wood, and of course we could still get the stones, let's go ahead and move forward. Let's take a look at the getting starting quest line. So getting wood, which we definitely got. Crafting table, we did. Okay, so it wants us to make a crook, wooden shears, a wooden hammer, and an oak barrel. We could definitely do all of that. That's just with sticks. Yep. Okay. So crook is going to be nice, especially when we get all these trees. There we go. And we just crook the leaves. And what this is going to do is it's going to give us these silkworms. Now these silkworms are going to come in handy because that is how we make string. Now before I go any further, let's go ahead and make an axe to help with the tree cutting. And we're definitely going to have some floating because that was a massive tree that grew in one of those. Okay, so let me make a pickaxe now. So I did let Elder know that I am starting this mod pack and he wants to give me a challenge. I gave him a challenge, which was doing MI, So it's only fair to have him challenge me. So the challenge that he proposed was to see how long I could go without getting creative flight. Because in this mod pack, we do have pylons. And with pylons, we could make the potion filter and get flight onto it and have infinite creative flying. That's usually my go-to, like right off the bat. As fast as I could get it, I try and get it. So his challenge is to see how long I could last without getting creative flight. And I guess I'm gonna give that a go. I don't know if the mechanic is in here, if we could get bumblebees. And I don't know if we could ride them. I don't remember. Oh yeah, we can. So if we could find a way of getting bumblebees, we could ride bumblebees around instead of going the creative flight route. So that may be something in the near future that we definitely try and do. Because I'm not sure how to get bumblebees in this mod pack. Well, there you go, bumblebee nest. We could definitely make that. I'm definitely doing that. Okay, so Elder, I accept your challenge. I won't get creative flight for as long as I possibly can go. And instead, I'm going to try and do the bumblebee flight thing. That's going to be quite interesting to even try and do. We need a saddle. We need, what else did it say we need? We need a saddle and a treat on a stick so that we could fly around, sort of like with the striders in the nether, or the pigs with the carrot on a stick, to help control the bee and where it goes. That's going to be absolutely fun. Oh boy. Okay. So we got wood, we got cobblestone, we got, hold on one second. Okay. We got cobblestone, we got granite. Okay, so what I did was I expanded the platform a little bit. I did make our tools that we needed, which is the wooden hammer, the wooden shears, and then of course the oak barrels. And then I also made some furnaces so that I could get some charcoal going. This will allow us to get some torches so that we could light up the platforms here so that we're not playing in the dark. Perfect. Okay, so now that these are fully infested with the silkworms, we could go ahead and grab our wooden shears and shear these. Okay, we could grab our hook or our crook, and we could go ahead and get our string from this and some more silkworms, which is good. Okay, that looks good. The wooden shears are good for regular leaves so that you can convert them into dirt blocks. Let's see, does that recipe exist? Oh, it does. Nice. I definitely want to get a couple of chests going. That is not what I said to do. There we go. Okay, perfect. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and cut away here for a minute. I'm going to gather a bunch of resources, pebbles and everything, convert them over to cobblestone and maybe andesite. I may want to try and build with andesite. We'll see how that goes. But I will bring you back as soon as we got some stuff going. All right, and I'm back. So I was able to get some more resources to start the adventure. And you could probably already tell I did expand a little bit. Not too much, but a little bit. So let's go ahead and take a look. I have a platform over here. This is going to be where I'm doing most of my sieving. I have functional storage up. I don't have a controller just yet, but I want to be able to have a spot for all the stuff that I get for sieving. I'm making dirt currently here. I'm waiting for it to rain so I could get some water. I got some crucibles going, and I did, in fact, make a house. So no sky lawn base in this pack. We are living in a house, and this doesn't count. This doesn't count as a lawn base. This is infrastructure. It is walled in by storage. As long as there's a wall, it's a work in progress base, not a lawn base. Words of Big Jim. This is Big Jim approved, okay? How about that? Okay, so the next process now is to get our cobblestone and smush it down into gravel, and then we sieve it and we get a bunch of like iron chunks, and whatever else gravel will get us. So let's see if I could find a safe spot to do this, because, you know, unfortunately I made everything out of cobblestone and I need a good place to do this, and I guess might as well do it right here since we're going to be sieving it right after we make it into gravel. Okay, we got all this placed down, so let's go ahead and hammer this stuff down, which gives us gravel. So we're going to have to make a couple of these. Well, actually, can I make a stone one? Oh, I can. Okay, that's even better than wood. Okay, got all that mined down into gravel. So now let's go ahead and sift this up. Just like your standard skyblock, of course, with X Diorum. You're just going to be sieving for your resources to get to a point where you could get into either some form of sieving automation or resource automation, which in this pack does not have automated sieves or hammers. So you will need to definitely focus more on the productive bee aspect. I mean, seeing that this is a, you know, Sky Bees Reborn, main focus is going to be the bees. So I'm going to go ahead and start putting some of this stuff in here. We got a couple of diamonds, which is nice. Got some emeralds. Okay. Now for the ores, what I eventually want to do is get compacting drawers. I would like to do it sooner rather than later, but we have to get some iron in order for us to actually get these. So for the time being, I'm just going to stick them into the 1x1s for now, and then upgrade those a little bit later. Ooh, looks like we ran out of space, which is fine. Okay, so when you have these iron ore chunks, what you want to do is in a 2x2, you craft it into the iron ore. Okay, now that we got the iron ore, unfortunately in this pack again, we don't have ore hammers either, so we can't duplicate it that way. However, we do have mechanism. Granted, we just started, so we're nowhere near getting mechanism just yet, but very soon. Very, very soon. I wonder, does the crusher give us the ability to duplicate or duplicate? Let me see. Actually, what I could do is U on that. Let's see. It doesn't look like there's a crusher, but I did see productive metalworks, which actually does a 1 to 3. That melts down into 3 ingots. That's tripling. Okay, so that's a definite way of going, is running all of our raw ores through productive metalworks. That is a really good, that's a really good one. We could do actually additions crusher. We get a chance for, or we get 2 iron with a 20% chance of raw gold, which isn't too bad. But I think ultimately 2 iron dust, which can be smelted in. I mean, we could go the mechanism route. That shouldn't be a problem. But productive metalworks offering a 1 to 3, that's not bad. Okay, let's go ahead and smelt this up real quick. I'm not too worried about armor or weapons or anything. Tools, yes. Armor and weapons, no, not really. My main focus right now is just getting the rest of the infrastructure up so that I could be organized. You know, I want to make sure that I could upgrade the meshes. Matter of fact, let's take a look at the meshes. So you have your standard string, flint, iron, gold, diamond, and netherite. Each one gives its own efficiency and resource drops. Okay, so we have that. I need some stone. And I'm going to have to chop down some more trees because we are pretty much out. Let me see what I could build with this. Okay, this at least gets us 2, which is fine for now because that's all we have in the sense of resources. So let me get 2 compacting drawers. I'm doing the 1x2 because that's all we need. Ooh, piston. Oh, I forgot about piston. Yeah, we can't do this yet. Okay. I'm gonna have to wait a little bit longer on that until I could get pistons, or at least the stuff to get pistons. Unfortunate, but not too bad. For now, I could just grab these and plop them on down in here. I'll hold off on the copper. Iron I'll keep in my inventory for now, except for this iron. Okay, so this process is pretty much going to be a rinse and repeat. I Come over here, I get the pebbles, I turn it into cobblestone, I mine it down for gravel, you know, I upgrade the meshes, I try and continue that process. So what I'm going to do is cut away, and when I come back, I believe I'm going to try and have the meshes upgraded to at least flint tier, if not iron tier for sure, if possible, I should say. Flint for sure, because flint is actually pretty easy to get, and I believe it's only 4 per mesh. Let me take a look. Yeah, it's just 4 per mesh. Upgrade it to the flint mesh, so we almost have enough to actually replace all this. I just need another round of sieving and I should be good. So let me go ahead and cut away and I will bring you guys right back. All right, and we are back. So I did some sifting, got some more resources, upgraded my hammer to the diamond. I also got a diamond stick for easier placement of the cobblestone. So now our next step is to get away from having to right click on some dirt to get the pebbles. I want to get rid of that, and the only way that we can do that is with the stone block generator, this thing. So we need to get some glass, so that's just a little bit more. We just gotta get sand, smelt the sand, we'll get the glass. That's super easy. I'm not going to get the stone block generator. I'm going to get the diamond variant. I could probably do the emerald. No, diamond's better. Diamond's 32 speed modifier, so I could do the diamond. You don't have to tier step these up. You could go straight to the diamond. If I had the netherite, I would do that, but I'm not there yet. So I'm going to do the diamond block generator and get cobblestone coming in that way, just so I could speed this up and not have to keep clicking this for these pebbles and then compressing the pebbles. I'd rather just, you know, grab a couple of stacks out of a drawer, crush them down, and call it a day there. So let's go ahead and get this crafted. So like I said, first we need to get some cobblestone to turn into sand. We don't need much, we just need a couple of pieces. Okay, while that's going, I'm gonna also work on getting some more drawers for the cobblestone at least. Okay, so that's done. Let me grab 6 diamonds. Perfect. And we got some rain. And there we go. We have the diamond block generator. Now, I don't think, yeah, we're not quite there yet. It wants us to use the wooden lava bucket for this. I don't know how I feel about that, because I know it hurts, but what I can do is I could just do it to get quest progression out of the way. So let me just dump some of this in here. I'll get another block, but for now, let's see, where can we put this? I think we need to make another path, grab some andesite, try to keep everything uniformed. Okay, there we go. Now what I'm gonna do is grab, let's see, the way this needs to work, because I don't want andesite to be made. Let me see what it takes to make the andesite. Yeah, see, this would make the andesite. I don't want that. So let me break this down to cobblestone, and I will put it right here, and hopefully nothing catches on fire. There we go. And I'll put the block generator right there, and then I surround it like so. Lava goes on one side, water goes in the other, and we now have cobblestone. Perfect. So let me go ahead and slap a drawer on top, just like so. And then for my protection, because I'm always falling into lava. Yeah, look how fast that is coming in. So now we do not have to worry about right clicking on the ground, waiting for that to build up, compressing it down. We could just come over here, grab a couple of stacks, place it down, crush it down, and then start sifting. That just took a lot of that just like gave us a lot of progression right there. Okay, so now that we got that out of the way, how's this doing? Almost there. So wooden bucket, what I'm gonna end up doing is I'm just gonna stand in the water when I pull this out, because when you use a wooden bucket and you pull lava out, you actually catch on fire. It hurts. And I think it breaks as well. The moment you place the lava, it breaks. So I wonder if I'm quick enough to get it into this guy. So you can see it's taking durability hit because of the lava, and if I get out of the water, well, it should be hurting me, but it's not. Interesting. Nope. Come on. Ah, okay. The rain caused issues. It's fine. It's fine. It was just never meant to be. Anyways, we got that quest. Let me go pick this up real quick. Let me make an actual bucket, actually. There we go. No. Ah. Well, that sucks. Let's see if I could land in the water. Okay. Well, I lost my diamond stone generator. Not the end of the world. Can make some more. I still have the stuff needed for it. Just need some more glass. Ooh, do I have the stuff for it? Okay. Let me smelt up the glass. Let me grab a couple of stacks here and get another diamond. There it is. Okay. That didn't take very long at all. Glass is done. And I hear, I think, a zombie? I sure do. Where'd you come from? I don't want tiny torches. You're not gonna see that? Okay. So it looks like for the quest, I need to make the stone variant. It's fine. Just 2 more pieces of glass. I got everything else. While that's going, let me dump my inventory. I think this takes actual stone. Smooth stone. I have that. Surprisingly. Okay, there we go. Then there's the quest. Perfect. Okay, we're almost done with this getting started. I am definitely going to get into productive metalworks like I said in the beginning, because this offers a 1-to-3 ratio for ore duplication. That's going to be very nice. And then we could work towards going into the other dimensions. I still need to set up my dirt automation that I normally do. It just kind of takes away a lot of the guesswork with that. With that said, let me go ahead and put this back down, put the lava back down, and cover it back up. Okay. And then another thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to set up lava generation through functional storage. So the way that works is you get a fluid drawer, which is super simple. It's just planks and a bucket. You get the fluid drawer. Once you have the fluid drawer, then you could get the dripping upgrade, which is any type of stones, lava bucket, cauldron, and pointed deep dripstone. And if you put 3 of these into the fluid drawer, every 20 ticks, it generates 20 millibuckets of lava per dripping upgrade. So in a sense, every 20 ticks, that would be 60 millibuckets of lava. And it goes pretty quick. And so I might set up, about 5 of those all going into a single tank. And then that will give us our lava pool. So we're not having to really worry about doing the whole porcelain crucible ordeal. We could just use the functional storage. But we need a lot more iron to do that. So that means back to the grind. I'm going to grab some more cobblestone, crush it down into gravel, get a bunch more iron, and then keep progressing. Matter of fact, I could probably get rid of this guy for now, just get it out of the way. Torch back. Because I'm not going to really need that very much yet. When I do, I'll set it back up. But okay. So let me go ahead and smash this out. And like before, I'll bring you guys right back. All right, and I'm bringing us back here. So I did get a lot of more resources. It's not a lot, but it's definitely a start. And I would have to say it's a good start for episode 1. We have cobblestone generator. We have automation for dirt. However, it is partially manual because I have to dump in the leaves here, but the rest of it is automated and gets all situated. Over here, I did set up the mycelium layer to get witch water so that I could turn sand into soul sand so that I could start getting like nether quartz and stuff like that. So this will be the next adventure. And of course, we built out, a good starting area. We have our trees, mycelium, we have our sifting area with our storage, we have our cobble generator. It's looking good. I'm super excited for this, and what I'm going to do in between episodes is continue gathering more resources, building up more, and then also getting more dirt so I could branch off in this direction and put down a grass area so that we could start getting flowers for some dyes. And then in the next episode, I'm going to focus on starting the bees. I'm going to definitely get into the rest of this and then also set up productive metalworks so that we could get that ore duplication going, and then possibly look into traveling into the other dimension. So anyways, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me in today's episode of Sky Bees Reborn. I definitely enjoy this pack. It's more of a like leisurely kind of pack. It's not quick paced. There's not a lot of mods in this pack. I would say in the total there's about 150, maybe 160 mods. Definitely check it out. Sky Bees Reborn by Anders. I'm in their Discord as well, hanging out, keeping an eye on updates that might be coming up, and also giving out suggestions. So I am quite enjoying this pack. It is definitely a change of pace from the ATM packs, especially like ATM to the Sky. It is a definite different feel. So if you liked today's episode, don't forget to smash the like button, and if you haven't already, subscribe, tap on the notification bell for future episodes and streams, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Goodbye.